Hello folks, welcome to another daily Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Well, the market is following my analysis, it seems. No, it's not. It was, I guess many will say, yeah, it was very obvious that will happen. I guess it was obvious. 26.8, we just went a little bit more even hitting 27. We didn't break the 27. We were really very close to 27. Afterwards, we declined. We're maintaining there, while on Binance at least they are just selling big without really to move the price. That's the most interesting part, I guess, partly because other exchanges are buying and of course futures. Anyway, we need to see what's going to happen next, because I have said I would just expect a price to push up hitting 27. That's what I have said yesterday, and in the last recent days I were just expecting a push up. That's what happened. That's, still don't, we need to check the other informations and the other data, but at the moment at least doesn't look like we are done. Maybe we will go a little bit more higher, maybe then maintain 27, maybe even a little bit higher. Not sure if that's it, but yeah, we need to see. I mean, at least I'm noticing on Binance BTC USDT, they are selling big. Just a few minutes ago, it was 5 transactions in a row of 20 Bitcoins each, so 100 Bitcoins, then 60 Bitcoins afterwards. So someone is there, and that's absolutely not retail. I'm absolutely sure about that. But someone on Binance is selling big, while the price is not really declining. Anyway, today, another day where I have to say nothing really big. I mean, that selling, I have said, it's a clown show. It has entertainment purpose, but they can just drive a little bit the market with that. A little bit of escalation, the market will drop. A little bit of agreement, the market will go up. And that's happening. I mean, that's casino. That's casino thinking. That's the only thing. And on casino, the main rule is the bank always win. And that's the case here as well, in my opinion. It's just stupid what they are doing, because it's obvious that they will agree at the end of the day. It doesn't make sense to discuss if or not. This option doesn't exist. Not. So it just takes a little bit more of time maybe, but that's it. At the same time, wow, the market is pushing up because they are coming to it. Yeah, and just a few days ago the market is dropping because of a bigger escalation and the debt selling discussion. It's just a clown show. It's really just a clown show. Anyway, another thing that was really interesting today, I was reading that in China they are expecting to have per week 65 million infections of COVID. The first reaction of Inspo was, what? COVID? I thought it's it. We are done. No, we are not. It seems not. And we remember what happened with COVID in China. If they start again to initiate lockdowns, we will see not one pivot, not two, not three, no pivot. Yeah, it sounds like Joker right now, but if that's going to happen, it seems it's going to happen, we are going to make a salto mortale back 2 years ago. And you remember what happened with inflation and so on and so forth? Well, we will see. But it looks like, if that's the case, that's absolutely not bullish. Maybe for you, but not for me. Anyway, we will see if that's going to happen or not. Well, everything else, it's more weekend time. Don't forget, Monday in Germany is a holiday, so I'm not going to provide any analysis Monday. So I have a longer weekend. Yee! And yeah, so to be honest, I don't have anything else to tell you today. Not really. No, that's it. Let us go and check the market. Let us see if the swing trade, if we should keep the long or if we should close the long. And I hope you opened, as I mentioned yesterday, at 26.8, just a head short, and then we need to see how the market is going to react. At the moment, it doesn't look really bullish, to be honest, but it looks like, once again, to be a little fake rally, but we will see. However, let us go forward. 6 minutes, initial comment. It's not that bad. So, the Wells ratio, 30 days moving average, after it reached, it seems, its top, it's declining. Yesterday we had a Wells ratio of 47%, so it's declining. The trend is indicating we are going down. They sent enough Bitcoins to centralized exchanges, it seems. And, well, now usually should, in the next 1, 2, 3 weeks, I don't know, we should see such like of distribution, or at least a rising sell pressure. That's something we need to see. If we take a look to the weight ratio 30 hours moving average, and I just need to adjust here a little bit my chart. That's great now. Yeah. Then we see that the 30 hours moving average is lifting up more. That's what we see here in the red curve. It's lifting up right now, touching 88. 90 should be the key. If we break 90, it's the moment where the sell pressure, where we should see and notice the sell pressure. And then usually the price should drop. That should be the next. I have mentioned usually 4 times a drop in the weights ratio 1 hour time frame. Usually it's not bearish at all. Every single time it happens, every single time we had a lift up afterwards, every single time. So once, yeah, we pushed up before we declined. Second, yeah, we pushed up. As you can see, afterwards we declined. However, this one, we pushed up, we declined. Afterwards, this one, we pushed up, we can decline. Anyway, those 4 dumps are usually not only indicating that whales are in control here and they are driving the market, at the same time it's also indicating us we can see a bigger push up, but it can take a little bit. So we need a little bit more patience. If that's going to be, it's I don't see here, I don't have a rule or formula to say, okay, that takes 2 days, 3 days, a week or whatever. But I know historically when we see those dumps here, usually it's indicating, hey, we are close to the local bottom, and afterwards we push up once again. We need to see. At least we can see also here that the stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges are lifting up. We need also here to see if that's something, if it's just lifting up to decline afterwards, it's a fake rally, indicating we will, at least we can see they initiated with these stablecoins here, they push up, and now they sent more stablecoins, usually also indicating we should go up more from here. But as mentioned, that's something we need to see if that's going to happen. I can imagine it could happen, but however, it's too early to say that. Anyway, we had today, for example, a bigger inflow and net flow of 1,860 bitcoins, afterwards minus 1,300, and now another minus 1,500 bitcoins, indicating it's almost neutral. We need to check here more deeply what's happening, and that's what we are doing now in the next chart. So as mentioned, we have bigger outflows than inflows. That's why it looks more red than green. Even we received here some money, also indicating they pushed up the price with that. It was almost how much? 130, 260 millions. You can see today it was more green than red, but we also received 4,200 bitcoins in the last 4 hours. So usually that shouldn't be that bullish, but at the same time, if we check here, unfortunately, because we had a bigger outflow, just we can see here as well, we had here also bigger outflow, so 2,400 bitcoins here, but we still have some bitcoins remaining here, so indicating it seems they are waiting. I don't know if they are waiting to see another push up and then distribute the remaining bitcoins, or they are going to drop the price from here. Maybe that explains why, for example, on Binance, I was seeing bigger sells, for example. So let us go forward. So once again, it looks very green. Even the daily one, minus 2,000 bitcoins, indicating that those who purchase bitcoins are withdrawing their, they are withdrawing more bitcoins than new bitcoins are arriving on centralized exchanges. That's what the net flow here is indicating. The weekly is positive, indicating we had a bigger outflow of bitcoins, and the monthly was extremely. But if we still check the 90 days net flow, still indicating it's red, indicating we received more bitcoins, 34,000 bitcoins more in the last 90 days than outflows. So usually those 34,000 are still remaining there and waiting to be distributed. Anyway, we are also seeing here related to the green bars, and that's what we had just before. But why they are quick accumulating, if that's the case that they are quick accumulating, that doesn't mean we can't have any fake rallies like we had just before. And even here you can see fake rally number 1, fake rally number 2, the same here, fake rally number 1, then afterwards we dropped again and then we pushed up. So could be also the case. We can also see that we had some red bars here, and now a new green one is happening. At the moment they are just withdrawing all these bitcoins that they bought to the upside to push up the price. And we can also see that the Bitcoin balances on centralized exchanges are stabilizing. They lifted up, now decline. They are still stabilizing, but we can see here as well that we are not done. I mean, if we check that here, that's actually here our gap, our delta. That's delta. And the delta means from almost 2,490,000 to 2,570,000, indicating we still have something like 80,000 bitcoins still on centralized exchanges waiting to be distributed, and that's a lot. So the price could really go hitting 22k if they want. If that's the question, if they want to distribute to create the next dip, or the only thing they want to do is just to push up more the price and to distribute in upper levels. That's something we need to see next. So on futures, if we take a look on futures, we see here, where's my line? Here's my line. Funding rate went down, pushed up a little bit, retraced, and now up, indicating they are demanding more longs at the moment. Open interest declined, pushed up, declined, pushed up, declined, pushed up, declined. Okay, so leverage ratio is doing something similar. It declined, lifted up, declined, lifted up, declined, lifted up, and it seems it's declining. So at least here we see the correlation between open interest and leverage ratio. Now even a little bit higher than the open interest, indicating that they are using more leverage than open interest. If we take a look now here, always the same crap. I don't like that. We see that they are sending more stablecoins to derivative exchanges. It's not huge, but at least that's a trend. It's indicating they are sending more. And if we take a look, for example, wow, that's huge outflows of Bitcoins from derivative exchanges. I mean, we started here, that was yesterday, with almost 11,000. And also here we are talking about, I would say 8,000 Bitcoins. That was last night. And right now another 2,200. What does that mean? I don't know. I really, at the moment, I don't know. If that means that all those who started to send Bitcoins, shorting with that are done and they are taking profit and now we will go up, it's absolutely unclear for me. It's absolutely, would be a wild speculation to do that. I don't know. It's something we need to see how the CBD looks, for example, on coin margin contracts. If we can see if they are selling shorts or buying longs, that's something could be interesting. The aggregated. Yesterday we liquidated 447 Bitcoins and longs and 411 Bitcoins and shorts, so absolutely nothing big. Open interest almost not doing any kind of progress. It's maintaining on its level, just the leverage ratio is pushing up more, indicating their gamblers are using it seems they are not using more open interest, more volume, but using more leverage to create artificially more volume. That could explain why I'm noticing bigger sells on Binance while the price is not moving at all. Because remember that Binance has the biggest liquidity. When someone is selling that much on Binance, usually the price should move to the downside. It's not happening. So they are using, it seems, futures supporting with spot at the same time, high leverage futures to maintain the price and to distribute at that level. If I'm right, that means we are at the moment on the local top and we should decline soon. At least that's at least my interpretation. You can have your own interpretation if you want. So that's it from here. If we go forward, we see that some shorts are coming back. We have 1 billion now. We had yesterday less than 1 billion. We are coming closer to 1 billion 100 millions. But we still have almost 1.8 billions. The ratio declined 62 to 38 in favor of shorts, at least since yesterday. In general, still on the long side. On Ethereum, it looks once again better, 55 to 45, indicating in my opinion, I don't know why those who are trading Ethereum, it looks really better. But on Bitfinex, you remember we had yesterday 44 millions in shorts. Now we have 46. It's even higher than just before. We had before 45, that was the biggest. Now we have 46. And we are once again below 2.5 billions on Bitfinex, indicating that's not bullish. And I didn't check yet the CBDs, but I can imagine that Binance and Bitfinex both are not bullish and the CBD should be negative, but maybe I'm wrong. We will see. If we go forward, let us check all leverage here, what they are showing us. 140 million, so it declined a lot, and we still have the same situation like the recent days. We have at $19,000 a huge long liquidation cluster, and the biggest is on 40K on the short side. If we take a look, I mean, I hate that, but let me, that's a trick. If we check that here, high leverage is on the short side, even until here, 60, almost 55 millions in liquidation cluster. So indicating we should at least go up to, well, that's something like 27 and a little bit more, 27.2 maybe, to liquidate all of them and then decline. So a bull trap, and at the same time the opportunity to liquidate high leverage. So if we check now the gamma is indicating the bears need 26, so $800 to the downside. If we break the 26, then next support area will be 25, the biggest one 24. The bulls are demanding 28.5, that would be their magnet. If we break this one, the next one would be 29, but a very solid resistance would be, for example, 29.5. Otherwise, they will try everything, so we are not going to break 26.5. And that's what bulls would at least try to do. If we check the GAX is at 108,000. Now we are here 0. It's not high level, but indicating we have more space to the downside than to the upside. Now let us go to the strategies and let us see short strangle, long risk reversal, custom strategy, long ratio call spread. Premium, oh my god, I should skip this chapter now. Long risk reversal, okay, almost 500,000. Everything else looks like retail. That wasn't the case in 2022. Not related to options. And people should tell me that the market is okay. The market is not okay. It's absolutely not. It appears to you to be okay because that's what they need so that you can buy their bucks, but it's not okay. Anyway, short strangle. Let us start with the short strangle. Short strangle is here. The short strangle. As you see, it's absolutely not big at all. So the short strangle is a very boring strategy because you are making a bet that the price is not going to move at all. It's indicating, if we take a look here, that's the biggest. They are expecting to see a price price range until June 2nd between 25 and 27.5. So we could go a little bit more up, but then we will go more down, or we will go down and then more up. They traded at least here it seems this strategy twice with the same expiry and strike 25-27, and these guys here are expecting between 26 and 26.5, almost doing exactly that, also until June 2nd. Now long risk reversal, it's like a long future just based on options. And if we take a look here, we see that they are expecting until end of June to see a price above of 28, but a potentially local bottom at 24k. Everything below 24k would be the biggest pain for them. So they are expecting, hey, 24 is the maximum or the minimum that the price could go, but I'm making a bet that until end of June we would see a price above of 28k, and that's the cash call. As you see, 24.28, 24.28, 24.28, 24.28. That's, it seems, what they are trading, 24.28. I don't know if that's one and the same guy or different guys that maybe this strike at this expiry was that cheap. I really don't know. I don't think so. So it seems that they are expecting, hey, we have potentially a price that could drop even more, hitting 24, maybe 25, 24.5, whatever. But then afterwards, or before, no one knows, we will see a price above of 28k. And I mean, they spent $500,000 at least. Well, they didn't spend, they sold here. I would say they spent here $300,000. It's not that bad. Custom strategy. Custom strategy. What is the custom strategy telling us? Oh God, nothing. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's cancer for my eyes. It's retail, $1,000, $1,240. Guys, stop trading options. You are just killing my analysis here. God. Something useful here? So I think that's the biggest here. So they purchase puts 23.5 with expiry June 2nd, and sold put 26. Oh, okay. And that's actually the biggest, but they sold for 44 and they bought for 21. Also not very a solid thing. And everything else is pure retail. It's really just retail. And usually retail is not the market driver. So, and well, to be honest, 69, that's it. Everything else doesn't make sense. The only one that would make sense here, maybe, it's the short straddle. And the short straddle, the only thing that the short straddle is saying is the same like the short strangle. No price move. So also not really motivating. So let us go forward. So if we take a look, BTC USDT on Binance, still on distribution mode, right now stabilizing. Aggregated, looking exactly similar. Look what BUSD is doing. That could explain why I was seeing, even on BTC USDT on Binance, a bigger, I wouldn't say sell off, but bigger selling. I mean, 100 Bitcoins in 1 minute, 60 Bitcoins minute later, another, it sounds like nothing, but it's big because the market is not moving that much. If you check the volume delta, for example, not the cumulative volume delta, just the volume delta, I show you that. Oh, we are going to go here. Oh, I need to remove all of them. And if you check here, you have bigger, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4 times 20 Bitcoins purchased at almost 26,800, 80 Bitcoins. That's a lot. Then afterwards, 1, 2, 3, 30 Bitcoins afterwards. While of course the price is moving up. That's fine. That's how it should work. Then afterwards, 24 Bitcoins down. Now imagine we had just before here, for example, 45 Bitcoins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100, another time 100 Bitcoins in 1 minute. Another 40 Bitcoins here, another 1, 2, 3, 4, another 80 Bitcoins, 10 Bitcoins, 10 Bitcoins. If you check Binance, it's market 50, 52, then 64. Okay, that's fine. But if you check them, it's sell. Then you have in sequences also bigger purchases like we had right now because they are pushing the price up. But it's almost really decline. So sell, 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 and bigger sells, indicating it is not retail. So why the price is still lifting up? I mean, of course, we had here, for example, in 1 minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 20, 30, 50, 70, 90, 110 Bitcoins. Obviously, the price has to lift up, but it didn't lift up as much as it should, because, of course, afterwards, someone sold almost 24 Bitcoins, a lot of red, as you can see. Everything usually below of 2 Bitcoins you could declare as retail, because retail usually is selling 0.1, another 0.2, another 0.1. And of course, then on the other side, we have algorithm. We have algorithm of bigger whales who are distributing bigger amounts, and then those who are using tiny amounts, but in faster phases. So every 3, 4, 5 seconds, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.3, 0.3, 0.5, 0.1, and so on and so forth. That's what they are doing. So that's another time I'm mentioning that this tool is extremely nice to see what the market is doing. It's like a live tracking. You see that they are, for example, here on Binance, accumulating liquidity here at the moment. Could be spoofing, like this wall could be spoof and then go up to 27,500. Could be possible, but it looks a little bit, we will go down hitting, for example, 26.3, maintain there, and then we need to see what's going to happen next. Step by step, guys, step by step. However, BUSD declining, indicating that the big guys on Binance also distributing. USD pushing up. Okay, maybe I was wrong with Bitfinex, or it's Coinbase, I don't know. But as you also see here, correlates very well with the future market. It's not the case. I don't see that they are selling shorts more than buying longs at the moment. They just followed the price, to be honest. Right now selling shorts, so they are shorting at the moment more, and a little bit following what BTC USDT is doing. So Binance, as mentioned, what they did here, the price pushed up, they distributed even more. That's what the aggregated is doing. So every single pair is also looking similar. It pushed up here. It really looks like a fake rally, pushed up to go down once again. And the only thing that's maintaining the price are the futures at the moment. Oh, Bitfinex. Well, then I was right. Oh, that's crazy. I really thought maybe they both. So I was right in the beginning of this video. These guys really are distributing. It's bearish. That's not bullish. That's indicating they are selling more than buying. Bybit, also distribution mode. Coinbase was, it seems, the main architect here and maintaining. Also very interesting. Same Bitstamp. While Kraken now since a while just pushing up. And Gemini, wow, once again, what happened to Gemini? Look, that's that was yesterday already. Okay, nothing changed. That was yesterday, yeah, where I was wondering about the volume. So also interesting, very interesting. We go now forwards and check what's happening here. We start with the entities. Let us start with the entities. We see that retail is lifting up once again. Also, this guys is maintaining, this guy's maintaining, this guy's declining. Market maker declined and lifting up. So neutral, this guy's lifted up, is declining, this guy is not doing anything. Now we check the wallet counts. We see retail, wow, like a rocket. So more and more retail is having more than, well, at least more than non-Bitcoin, but less than one Bitcoin. This guy's also lifting up, this guy's maintaining, this guy's declined after they pushed up hard. Now, okay, they are lifting up, they are declining and stabilized since yesterday, and they are not doing anything. Looks a little bit strange. If we now go and check stablecoin flow activity, let us start with the supply on exchanges. It lifted up and declined. So it lifted up, that was May 24th, I have mentioned, where I have said, looks like we will go up, and since this midnight, it declined a little bit, while the price afterwards pushed up once again. And now we can see weight transactions count with more than $100,000. It didn't really lift up. It's maintaining. That's the yellow curve is maintaining. Now let us take a look. Yeah, weight transactions count with more than 1 million. You can see at least here that was when they started to push up once again the price up. They were very active. Exchange inflows we received just close before we pushed up 2 billions, and exchange outflows afterwards we had an outflow of 520 millions, then another 570 millions, then another 1.16 billions, and then another, oh yeah, that's it. So it's a zero-sum game. It's just indicating they pushed up the price while they could just distribute the way up and also taking out the money, it seems. So that's it from here, and wow, that looks like we will go down. That looks like we will go down. Or we will see, but it looks like really we will go down. We can see on larger scale maybe. Oh yeah, that's on Binance. The funding rate is big, is indicating it's positive. On Deribit it's neutral. Yeah. So we will see, but it wouldn't surprise me if we will go down from here once again. So let us take a look what the market maker is doing here at that level, if they are distributing more or not. And we can see, oh, they sent here another 1,000 bitcoins, another 200, 320, 420, 1,500 bitcoins since 1 p.m. today. So 8 hours ago, just to distribute, I guess. And yeah, you can see that miners are reducing their reserves more and more. We see here that Bitget weights ratio is lifting up. OKEX is lifting up, but still very low. And who is that here? Oh, Bitfinex weights ratio pushing up very hard right now. The last time we had that, we declined. I would be careful. It looks like preparation on Bitfinex at the moment. And Bitstamp and Gemini as well lifting up, but Bitfinex looks crazy. Funds declining more their balances, so we reached a new level for 2022 and 2023, and I guess even more. So if we check that, we remember then they started to buy, spot ETF, blah, 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 the whole story. And they started to reduce there since May 2021. The biggest drop was in June 2022. and since then we lifted up a little bit, but the trend maintains declining, indicating the demand for their assets is shrinking. In I would say a big part of institutionals are here. So at least the spot volume versus derivative volume is lifting up in favor of spot volume, indicating we have a bigger spot activity than future activity at the moment. And that's it. So on Coinbase, very unchanged. They shifted a little bit of liquidity from 22.2 to 22.5. More liquidity came to 24. Still a lot of liquidity at 25. Yeah, and that's it. So I would say almost unchanged. We are below of the POC. We failed once, and the question usually we will have a sharper price move to the upside or to the downside, just because we get rejected here. Bitstamp. On Bitstamp, yeah, they are also here bringing some more liquidity at the level of 25.5. Binance BTC USDT, I've showed you. They reinforced here 27.5, but we still have here, for example, on the POC, we still have here a wall at 27 and a lot of sell volume there as well, but the biggest liquidity is still between 25.5. So liquidate all the shorts. You remember the story, how to let capitulate those who wants to short? It's really simple. Maintain a level, let the price look very weak, so people start to short, let the price go down a little bit and then push up. You will liquidate all these gamblers. Make it, you can make this 2-3 times in a row. These guys will stop to gamble. It's the easiest way how to let them capitulate and to make money at the same time as any exchange as well. At the moment on Binance, they are bringing some liquidity in position between 26.3 and 26.1. So we need to see. Otherwise, it could happen that they push up to absorb all these just to sell, because they would then use more futures than spot. So then to sell and then to go down. But it could be also spoofing, so we need to wait. BUSD, nothing. Now Bitfinex, BTC USD, yeah, also nothing. Oh, we had here a bigger, wow, someone sold the local top. Yeah, with a volume delta of 237 Bitcoins. That's a lot for Bitfinex, to be honest. But also here you can see we have a big amount of sell volume here until 27.7, I would say. Otherwise 25 as well, the next scope. OKEX spot, nothing. Kraken, they even removed all this liquidity here, and now they have started to concentrate to 25.5 and 25.2. But at the same time, 28 is here, as you can see. BitMEX. On BitMEX, what is BitMEX here doing? Nothing. Now derivatives, we start as usual with Bybit and BTC USD. Nothing. Now BTC USDT on Bybit, also nothing. Now Binance BTC USDT, wow, okay, once again usually indicating we can go up to 27.2, yeah, 27.2 before then down hitting, for example, 25.2 or something. At the moment also here waiting at 26.2 just in case of to hold the price there, but it looks like really they are they want to let the price push up. The strange thing here is usually they push up the price, just bring in some liquidity here, too long. So if the price goes down, they absorb all the price and push up afterwards, but it's not happening. Now BTC BUSD on Binance, nothing. Bitfinex derivatives, we have here almost at 28, and that's it. At 28 we have a concentration of shorts. Oh, also interesting. 28,000. Now Kraken futures, nothing. Now OKEX futures waiting at 25.5, and also here that's it. And Deribit. On Deribit we see we have here 25.3, 28.9, and they reinforce 24.4. Interesting what Deribit is doing here as well. Okay, that's it. So we have here two challenges. Challenge number one, we have a POC here. So we got rejected once, we didn't try second time. We are instead right now trading below the POC. So usually if we don't go up, we should fall at least to 26,400 and maintain here. That would be the next level where we have some liquidity. Otherwise, we should go up hitting 27.4. Why 27.4? Because on the if we check, for example, here my GRI trend line, we see 27.4 would be the next retest of the trend line. So it is possible once again to push up, maintain here, and then once again go down, hitting, I would say something like here, so even go more lower. I mean, if that's going to happen, it's a sign of distribution. It's pure distribution. It's really just distribution. It doesn't have anything to do with accumulation. Of course, some people will accumulate, but it's more a distribution phase then. Yeah, and that's almost it. I mean, that's for me the scope at the moment. We have here POC at 27.9 almost. That's where we tried to break and we failed. Now we are here waiting. And if we go up, I would expect 27.4. And then that's a big question, what will happen then? The GRI trend line is always a magnet, and usually it's a trigger of a sharp price move to the upside or to the downside. At the moment, really, it still looks like we can go lower, hitting 25, 25.2 and even lower, but slow motion market. We are making, I mean, that's less big actors like Jane Street trading here. It's obvious that the pace of the market is declining. That's something, you know, yeah, and because less people are moving bigger liquidity, and so obviously it makes sense. So we need to see. I really hope it's not going, well, hope it's not going to be once again a fucking wicked stupid scam shit. Oh, sorry, that was too much this time, but I really hate that. I really hate that. I love to see how the price is moving from Monday to Friday. Weekends, it's low volume and they can do whatever they want. It's just really frustrating. However, we will see. In my opinion, in my personal opinion, I stick to what I have said yesterday. If we go up to 26.8, I would start I wouldn't close the long, but I will start to add a hedge short and then check what the price is going to do next, if something is going to change or not. If I see it looks they are pushing and we can go up to 27.4, I would let my long open, maintain the short, push up to 27.4, and then at least neutralize my long and adding funds to my short the same volume like the long and maintain neutral, and then see what's going to happen next. If we go up, and that should be then a bigger and crazy move above of 27.4 with the risk that's going to be a bull trap like we had several times already. But however, you can take that, reduce your short. Meanwhile, you are going to make a little bit of loss, but who cares? While your long is going to neutralize those loss. Then push up, and then start at 28.5 or 28 to add more to my short once again. And that's what I was doing, and very successful. If I see we are pushing up to 27.4, we are maintaining, we are not pushing up more, a clear message to me, close the long, add more to my short, and then happy ride. That's it. Have a nice long weekend. Big love for Ispo. See you Tuesday. Bye bye.